corner having the drink and the bloody thing fall down and hit him on the head.
Good evening. Due to a technical fault, Angela Rippon tells me that some television areas are not receiving sound at all, only pictures. In which case, some of you may be wondering what the hell I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, I sometimes wonder as well. Anyway, the BBC's desire to bring you news and to cheat ITV out of the ratings. Here is the news in words and sign language, especially for those areas. Good evening. Here is the news. Today, Mrs. Margaret Thatcher announced her new shadow cabinet. She said that inflation was growing all the time, but that it could be stopped. Mr. Michael Foot was not in a position to stand up for himself. He said, or something like that, anyway. And Mrs. Thatcher flew off the handle. The party's left wing said that they had the wherewithal to provide support. A group of dignitaries from the Scilly Isles visited Chequers today, where they saw and spoke with the Prime Minister. One armed bandit broke into a bank today and made off with 2p. The cod war still continues. Mr. Wedgwood Ben speaking to the TUC said that the only solution to this country's salvation was to soak the rich. Now, some late racing. The 2,000 Guinness was won by Gay Paris. That is the end of the news. And now, back to Angela Rippon. I'm awfully sorry, that's the other way around. And now back to the news, and that is the end of Angela Rippon. Just running up. You do that, I'll catch up.
It's okay, it was one time.
Snivelling. Oh, I think it was on.
Yes, we're happy if you're.
Yes.
I think.
Are you happy, Ronnies?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, one word.
Happens, yes.
Yes.
No.
Make the change then, Brian, yep.
Tiddly-tidy.
Thank you.
Jimmy Edwards, isn't it? Jimmy Edwards.
You all right?
Okay.
Because it's all gone, I'll have a little chat anyway, actually. Yes, just to get us started again, eh?
Yes, indeed.
No, otherwise you feel like you're sitting in church, don't you, Holding on to the... What could I tell you before... No, I won't, because if I start something, it goes on and on forever, doesn't it? Oh, yes, right.
Yes.
Well, I carry on, Mr. M.E. chat. I tell you, I'll keep chatting.
Yes, certainly.
We now take shots, you see, from this camera of you all thoroughly enjoying yourself. And Actually, this is Paul told you the last week of the series, and it's been been quite a busy week. Well, they all are, but it's been because I've had so many nights out this week that it seems to be. I was invited to a party, and this is true, on Monday night, but given by the cast of the show Oh Calcutta, and anybody seen the show? What a show that is! It's like Smithfield with songs, but they invited me because, to be honest, I was nearly in the show in the very first place. Only missed it by that much. And I didn't go because I'd had a nasty experience with a party the week before. This friend of mine gives a party once a year to celebrate the grand opening of his wallet. And, and this party that he gave was the worst party. This party was so quiet, the telephone rang and a fellow with a weak heart had to be taken home. I don't think he really had a weak heart. I think he'd been there since 7 o'clock and he'd lost the will to live. It was so quiet, the party, that it was so boring that an electric light bulb blew and we laughed about it for 2 hours. This host is so mean, he is so mean, the host, that he'll go into Sainsbury's, order a sheep's head and ask them to leave the legs on. And lazy. He's so lazy, he puts bread down the lavatory to feed the birds at the seaside. Are you ready for it? Thank you.
98765432110.
Say what you will, the Queen is on the pill. Bang goes the OBE. Not his. It wasn't his fault, Your Majesty. There was Colonel Kettering wearing spurs, marked distinctly his and hers. Lady Felicity earning applause, winning a raffle and losing her drawers. And a terribly tight review sat on a fork and dropped the spoon into the large décolletage of the Brigadier's wife and soon. They were having a great big slap bang huge success. The officers there, they got one hell of a mess, and the Colonel left the party in a small black dress. But a terribly gay success. That's the end of the first half, folks. We're just waiting for a magnificent change here, which you'll agree is worth it when you see it. I would like, in the meantime, to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, the Fred Tomlinson Singers. Wonderful to have 8 singers all called Fred Tomlinson, I think. Very difficult to find. Right. Look at them laughing. They don't know what they're laughing at. Been in the club since lunchtime. Haven't you, boys? Oh! Hands up, anyone who can't hear me. Nobody put their hands up. Because they couldn't hear me. Couldn't hear me say that. Yes. Hello? Get off the line, there's a train coming. Yes, it's all right, dear.
Well, this is the Automobile Association.
No, this is Alcoholics Unanimous, sir.
Oh, dear, Elsie, my wife, she's given me the wrong address. She's outside, I'll get her in. Elsie, dear, you've given me the wrong address. Oh, dear, Elsie, dear, you've given me the wrong address. Dear, where did you get the address?
The Tony Vickers gave it to me outside the saloon bar of the 8 Feathers.
Oh, dear, sit there. Look, you have a chat to her. If you can't get anywhere, I'll get onto the REC and have her towed away.
Met the wife, ladies and gentlemen? It's not Ronnie's wife at all, of course, you know that. It's mine.
All right.
It's all makeup, then.
Any noddies?
No, Ronnie, it's just your entrance.
No noddies. Does Celestine know about the end?
It's Ronnie C's entrance. Just as Celestine crosses you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Celestine Byrne. Give her a round of applause.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Which one were you applauding there?
I'll do, Celeste. I'll cue you. Ronnie C in the hallway. I'll cue
We didn't hear a word.
Yes.
We just come in again.
you. Yeah, I cue you, Celeste.
The Colonel says we gotta roast one chicken more.
I'll go and tell the Brigadier to stop it.
The court in peace and war is work galore. You'll never get a crafty copper.
I've really got to make a cake before lights out.
I think I'll try a tart when I've had supper. Thank you, boys. Right, let's pick it up from there again. Chapter 2, take 2. We must try not to applaud either when they turn the things, because that's having got it wrong last time, but the audience didn't see it get wrong last time.
But
at
there might have
home.
been applauding dexterity, you see.
They might have
Might
done.
have been.
They might have done. And clap right through the next joke. Never mind. Right, let's do it. We've got, what have we got, what have we got?
Rissoles.
Soldiers, what have we got, what have we got?
Rissoles. Feed and pat and run, each one half a pound. Army rissoles are renowned. Now when they boo our Irish stew, we'll say you too. We made a hash of bangers and mash, it's true.
And so that's the reason when you ask us what's upon the menu, we say rissoles and the best of luck to you.
Well, that's all we have time for in this series, but before we leave you, a few items of late news. Sorry, I was doing that all the wrong camera. When I started. I'm just not very good tonight.
Nonsense. You're my bread and butter, you are. You're my bread and butter.
Right. Well, thank you. That's all we have time for in this series. But before we leave you, a few items of late news.
Miss Raquel Welch, in an American TV interview today, talked about the advantages she... 15 all, new ball.
Right. Until then, it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him. Good night.